All right, Mr. Taliaferro TV, listen, man, I'm not like Maul from the Joe Budden podcast. I still believe the Breakfast Club is the most powerful in urban media, and the numbers support my claim. With that being said, the Breakfast Club had an interview this morning with Desus Mero, and they got their own show. Congratulations to Desus Mero, man, they're doing the damn thing. They had a sketch. Desus Mero had a sketch a few weeks ago about Envy and Gia. So Envy and Gia, when they were out on the West Coast, they went and did The Real, and that's a talk show that's pretty much female, a whole cast of females, and then they invited Envy and Gia on, right? It's like a gossip type show, morning gossip show, and they invited Envy and Gia on, and at that point, Envy was asked questions about, and Gia both were asked questions about him cheating back in the day when their relationship was tested the most and all that, and Desus Mero react to the video while it's on. So Desus Mero, one of the two, ended up saying, yo, I bet Gia wasn't complaining when that check came in. All right, so obviously you can tell when that, you know, that energy is going to create some friction. So when they come to promote their tour with the Breakfast Club this morning, Envy wanted that smoke. He wanted that same energy y'all had on that show. He felt the way. You could tell maybe this is something that he's seen in the comment section, or he's heard. You can tell it was something he's heard before about his wife being there only because he has money. And Envy provided great detail about how his wife has been there for him and his kids, and they're, you know, raising their kids and their upbringings and everything like that, and been there with him when he didn't have anything. They've been there together over 20 years. I mean, Envy went in. He went in, and he had every right to, because somebody questioned, was your wife really there for you or not, in his mind, right? And it's probably was something that been lingering for quite some time, and he was just waiting on somebody he knew to comment on it so he could go off. All right, he checked Desus Mero this morning, and he walked out of the interview. He said his energy went right, and he'd rather not be around Charlamagne making jokes. Y'all talk to me in the comment box below. All right, do you guys think DJ Envy was being a little bit sensitive this morning, or did he have every right to check Desus Mero for making comments about his wife? I personally don't believe you ever bring somebody's wife into it, even though it's going to get really tough in this era, because technically Gia is in the public domain now because they have a podcast, and that kind of makes things sketchy, right? You know what I mean? I talk about Cardi B and Offset. I'm never trying to disrespect Offset when I talk about Cardi B, but Cardi B's a public figure. She's one of the biggest rappers on the female side right now, period. So I just think that kind of gets sketch when you open your life up to this public domain and you want to be a figure. I think it's tough for people to not to be able to comment on you when they see you on Instagram. Your pictures and videos do thousands of views. You know what I mean? I just think that makes things a little bit difficult. That's my opinion. But I think Envy had every right to, you know, if that was on his mind, that's what he felt. He has the right to check anybody he wants to if he feels the type of way, or his wife didn't like it. You got to go home to her at night if she ain't comfortable about a situation. That's who Envy sleeps next to at night. You know what I mean? So that's on him. He felt that he needed to check Desus Mero. A lot of people are calling him very sensitive for that. Y'all talk to me in the comment box below. Did he have every right to check Desus Mero? Was it the right move? Or was DJ Envy just being a tad bit sensitive? I don't like the fact that Envy walked out of the interview afterwards. After you checked him, I know you saying you had some stuff on your mind. You really weren't feeling the interview. Your energy went right. But yo, I'm somebody who does interviews, and I'm nowhere near the position that the Breakfast Club is. I got to fight for all my interviews. So as a reporter, as a journalist, and somebody who's conducted interviews with some big time artists, sit down, and because I'm not the big time platform yet, I've had to do some interviews on the fly, on the run, and you know what I mean? Catch you at a celebrity game, catch you backstage at a concert. I don't take artists' time for granted, even though a lot of them have took my time for granted. You know what I mean? So I come from a different perspective, like, yo, Breakfast Club, y'all on the high horse that much where you're getting to the point where you could just walk out on interviews. Like, that's kind of corny to me. I don't like that, because these people had to, you know, they're in New York. You got to get to the Breakfast Club. You know what I mean? You got to really, that's got to be a part of your schedule. Like, you got to change and alter your schedule dramatically that day to be a part of that show. And I do think if somebody's going to come give you their time, you can at least sit through the interview. You ain't got to ask 1,000 questions, but at least be present just to respect somebody else's time. Talk to me, give your opinions. I'm out.
I want to salute you, homie, you know, for building your own thing and doing your own thing, creating your own platform, your own website.
I got one life to live out my dreams, and I'm giving this thing all I got. I interview celebrities. I talk sports. I represent the culture.
Right now, you're turning up on MrTaliaferro.com, shawty.